Have you ever wondered about the secrets of lasting love and the quiet wisdom that strengthens the bond of intimacy? Today, we're diving into a story that reveals timeless advice from one woman's journey, Dona Elvira, an 85-year-old whose ageless wisdom has transformed relationships across generations. In this video, you'll uncover her heartfelt teachings, shared from grandmother to granddaughter, about the profound yet simple practice of self-care that connects, heals, and deepens love. Stay with us until the end to discover how these powerful insights can bring a new depth to your own relationships and even impact your health and confidence in unexpected ways. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. One serene afternoon, as the mountain breeze rustled through the trees, Anna found herself sitting beside Dona Elvira on the veranda. She watched her grandmother's hands, wrinkled yet graceful, holding a teacup with the poise of someone who had lived and loved deeply. The sun cast a warm glow, creating an almost ethereal scene as Anna mustered the courage to ask her question. "Grandma," she began shyly, "I've been hearing about certain exercises, those for, strengthening muscles for intimacy. I thought maybe you'd know something about them." Dona Elvira's eyes twinkled with a knowing smile as she set down her teacup and turned to her granddaughter with warmth and understanding. "Ah, my dear," she chuckled softly, "Kegel exercises, yes. They're a well-kept secret for many, yet they're so important. These exercises, my love, aren't just about health. They're about creating something powerful, a deeper connection, a silent bond that words alone can't express." Anna leaned in, drawn by the tender wisdom in her grandmother's voice. "Back when I was young," Dona Elvira continued, "these things weren't spoken of openly. But I learned that caring for our bodies, especially for ourselves and for those we love, holds its own quiet strength. Kegel exercises strengthen our pelvic muscles, yes, but they also nurture the soul of intimacy. They're a way to offer trust, to show respect for the connection we share with our partners." As Anna listened, her grandmother's words began to paint vivid images of a lifetime filled with love, tenderness, and cherished moments. Intimacy, you see, isn't just a physical closeness. It's an understanding, a mutual language without words. Controlling these muscles, dear Anna, can make you feel confident, empowered, and deeply connected. It's a secret gift, something precious shared only between you and him. And in that silent understanding, you build a foundation of trust and closeness. Dona Elvira paused, a flicker of nostalgia crossing her face as she recalled her own experiences. "Your grandfather and I had our own language," she continued softly. "We spoke openly, even about intimacy, and he'd always tell me how he felt closer, more loved, because of our honesty. Kegel exercises became part of that, a gesture of my love for him, my way of showing I cared for us." She leaned in conspiratorially, adding with a playful twinkle, "And these exercises, darling, they're good for you in ways you can't yet imagine. Not only do they prevent health issues, like incontinence, but they make childbirth easier if you decide to have children one day. But most of all, they're a gift to yourself, a way to strengthen your connection to your own body and the one you love." Anna felt a surge of admiration for her grandmother, her heart swelling with gratitude for this gift of wisdom wrapped in love, depth, and shared secrets. In that simple moment, as the mountain stood watch, Dona Elvira had passed down more than knowledge. She had shared a legacy of love, intimacy, and the quiet power of connection that transcends time. Anna's face lit up with gratitude as she looked at her grandmother. "Thank you, Grandma. It means so much to know that these exercises aren't just beneficial for my health, but also a way to bring me closer to my husband." Dona Elvira gently squeezed her granddaughter's hand, her voice soft yet filled with conviction. "Always remember, my dear, intimacy is a precious part of any loving relationship. Talk to your partner openly, be curious, and cherish your own body as a gift. These small, yet profound, practices are the keys to a joyful, connected life. From that day, Anna held her grandmother's advice close to her heart. She felt as if she had been given a secret, a piece of wisdom that would serve as a guide through her own journey of love. Inspired by Dona Elvira's words, she began practicing Kegel exercises, not only for health but as a tribute to the legacy of love and openness her grandmother had shown her. Over the next few months, Anna began to feel subtle yet profound changes, both within herself and her marriage. Her confidence grew, a quiet strength that she carried with her daily. Her relationship with her husband, Carlos, blossomed as she felt more connected to her own body, more in tune with her emotions, and more willing to express herself. One night, as they lay side by side, Carlos turned to her, a gentle smile on his face. "You seem different, Anna. More at ease, more confident." "I can feel it," he said softly, searching her eyes. Blushing, Anna took a deep breath and decided to share her journey with him. She spoke of her conversations with Dona Elvira, the wisdom passed down, and how Kegel exercises had become a small but meaningful ritual for her. Carlos listened attentively, his respect and admiration evident. "I love that you're feeling more connected to yourself," he replied, his voice filled with warmth. "And thank you for sharing this with me. It's incredible to see how something so simple, a practice rooted in self-care, has brought us even closer." As their openness flourished, so did their intimacy, filled with deeper understanding and mutual respect. They began to share their desires and hopes more freely, discovering new ways to enjoy their closeness. What started as a whispered piece of advice became a cornerstone of their relationship, a gentle reminder of the power of love, respect, and communication. Anna often thought of her grandmother in those quiet, precious moments, feeling gratitude wash over her. Each time she practiced the exercises, she remembered Dona Elvira's words and felt a profound connection to the legacy of wisdom her grandmother had entrusted to her. And so, in that loving bond that transcended generations, Anna learned that the path to a fulfilling life is paved with tenderness, a willingness to communicate, and the simple but powerful rituals that keep love alive. One day, while visiting her beloved Dona Elvira, Anna shared just how profoundly life had changed since that unforgettable conversation. They sat together in the warm, sunlit kitchen, the comforting aroma of coffee swirling around them. As Anna held her cup, she looked into her grandmother's wise, knowing eyes and began to speak, her voice filled with gratitude. She told her grandmother how Kegel exercises had not only improved her physical health, but had brought an unexpected transformation to her relationship with Carlos. Their connection had deepened, and she felt a newfound sense of confidence and self-assurance she hadn't anticipated. Dona Elvira listened intently, a gentle smile spreading across her face as Anna spoke. "I'm so happy to hear that, my dear," she said, her voice soft and full of pride. "It's truly wonderful how something so simple can have the power to strengthen not just the body, but the heart as well. Self-confidence and love, after all, are two sides of the same coin." Anna sat quietly, absorbing the moment and the wisdom that seemed to flow so naturally from her grandmother. "Grandma," she began, her voice a bit choked with emotion, "you've taught me something invaluable, that intimacy and love are treasures we must nurture with great care and respect. Thank you, truly, for sharing this part of yourself with me. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me." With gentle affection, Dona Elvira reached across the table and stroked Anna's hand, her gaze filled with tenderness. "Intimacy," she said softly, "is a journey you walk side by side with your partner. It's not something static. It evolves, changes, and deepens as you go along. There will always be new things to discover about each other. The key is to remain open, to keep learning, and never to lose that willingness to connect." That afternoon, Anna and her grandmother shared laughter and memories, weaving together stories of life, love, and lessons learned. For Anna, these moments with Dona Elvira felt like cherished gifts, each one a piece of wisdom she knew would guide her for years to come. Inspired by her grandmother's insight, Anna decided to share her experience with a few of her closest friends. With warmth and understanding, she delicately introduced the topic of Kegel exercises, explaining how they had strengthened her relationship with Carlos and deepened her sense of self. At first, some of her friends were hesitant, but Anna's openness gradually encouraged them to share their own stories, joys, and worries about intimacy and relationships. What began as a tentative conversation transformed into a safe haven where these women felt free to discuss their lives, their bodies, and their relationships without fear or judgment. Anna felt a quiet pride in creating this space, watching her friends grow in trust and confidence with every conversation. And in these heartfelt exchanges, she often recalled Dona Elvira's words, "Trust and communication are the foundation." Through her grandmother's gentle wisdom, Anna discovered that intimacy is not only a private journey but a shared one, a conversation that can ripple outwards, connecting and empowering others along the way. Each time she reflected on that afternoon in her grandmother's kitchen, she felt blessed to be part of a legacy of love, strength, and open-hearted honesty. Anna's story, inspired by her beloved grandmother, blossomed into a legacy of wisdom and unity among the women in her community. Though Dona Elvira was no longer physically present, her spirit and teachings remained alive, woven into each conversation and quiet act of love and care. She had left behind a profound understanding that relationships, whether with partners, family, or friends, flourish with open and honest communication. Through heartfelt discussions on intimate topics, Anna and the women around her discovered something powerful. When shared with sincerity and respect, these conversations foster deeper emotional connections, understanding, and personal growth. This wisdom underscored the strength that comes from openness, showing how each story, each lesson, can deepen bonds and enrich everyone's lives. For Anna and her friends, Dona Elvira's legacy became a foundation. They learned that love and intimacy are not simply private matters but essential aspects of a fulfilling life. In every gathering, Dona Elvira's words resonated, and her teachings on trust and communication grew even stronger as they were shared and nurtured. Kegel exercises, once a simple part of self-care for Anna, had transformed into a profound act of honoring her own body, a symbol of love for herself and for Carlos. Years passed, and Anna held fast to this legacy. Whenever someone asked her the secret to a long-lasting, joyful relationship, she would smile and repeat her grandmother's words, "Never stop talking, caring, and learning with and for the person you love." She understood that love was not a destination but a journey of nurturing, filled with small, daily acts of devotion and discovery. In time, Dona Elvira's wisdom began to ripple through the community, creating a shift that no one could have anticipated. Women of all ages started speaking openly about intimacy, self-care, and the importance of valuing themselves within their relationships. Inspired by the quiet power of Dona Elvira's legacy, these women found new connections, not only with their partners but with themselves. They learned that caring for their bodies and honoring their desires was not an indulgence but an expression of self-respect and strength. Unintentionally, Dona Elvira had ignited a cultural transformation within her family and community. Through her gentle sincerity, she had shown that love and respect are cultivated through trust, understanding, and the willingness to communicate deeply. Her legacy reminded them that true intimacy begins with a foundation of self-trust and extends outward, weaving connections with those they love. And so, at every gathering and every conversation shared over coffee, Dona Elvira's teachings lingered, her words like a soft echo of encouragement. Her wisdom became a guiding light, reminding all who heard it that love, connection, and trust are the most precious gifts we can give and receive. In these small, enduring acts, the memory of Dona Elvira lived on, a testament to the quiet, transformative power of love and the strength it bestows on those who carry it forward. As we conclude this journey through the legacy of love, wisdom, and cherished secrets, we invite you to reflect on what you've learned today. Have these timeless insights into intimacy, self-care, and connection resonated with you? Take a moment to share in the comments below. What is one lesson from Dona Elvira's story that you plan to bring into your life? Whether it's practicing self-care, deepening your relationships, or embracing open communication, we'd love to hear how this wisdom will shape your journey. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and life-changing insights. Thank you for joining us.